you start prioritizing yourself, you will never feel like the main character of your life. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Naila. If you're new here, which most of you probably are, I am a therapist located in California and a life coach. And I love making content centered around self-improvement, romanticizing our lives, and nurturing the relationship we have with ourselves to create the life that we dream of. So let's get started. Today's video is 3 tips to transform the relationship you have with yourself. We're going to focus on self-care. An important aspect of the relationship we have with ourselves is centered around how we pour into ourselves, and that can be expressed through self-care. We all have an idea of what self-care is and what it should look like. However, my unpopular opinion about self-care is that self-care is actually a luxury. Sometimes we genuinely do not have the time or energy to take care of ourselves in the way that we wish we could. Most of us do not have the luxury to spend endless amounts of time on self-care every day, every week, every month. So one way to nurture the relationship we have with ourselves is by making self-care as accessible as possible. The first tip to help with this is to know your love language. If you're unfamiliar, there are 5 love languages: words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, acts of service, and gift giving. We can express and receive love in every single love language. However, there is one that is most important to us. Think of it this way: it's not just about what we need in order to feel loved, it's what we would feel unloved without. For example, if your love language is quality time, then yes, you will feel loved by words of affirmation or by physical touch or receiving gifts. However, if that person isn't also spending quality time with you, then you'll feel like something is missing. Our love language, or our top love language, is the most important one out of all 5. And that's the one we should center our self-care around. The idea is quality over quantity. If you don't have a lot of time to do self-care, then make sure the self-care that you're doing is really customized to meet your needs. Here are a couple ideas of how to do self-care in each love language. If your top love language is acts of service, then self-care could look like getting things done off of your to-do list, cleaning up, or starting a project you've been putting off. If your love language is receiving gifts, then you could get yourself a gift you've been really wanting. If your love language is quality time, you could take yourself on a date or spend a day at home relaxing. Experience something new with yourself. For words of affirmation, you could write yourself a love letter or journal. And for physical touch, you could go and get a pedicure or a massage. The most important part is to do self-care in your love language so you feel the most fulfilled by it. The second tip is to make self-care a part of your daily routine, no matter how small it might be. We don't always have 30 minutes or an hour to spend taking care of ourselves each and every day. So making self-care a part of your routine is a way to assure that you are constantly pouring into your own cup. Some things you could do include nightly journal prompts or a skincare routine, an everything shower, making time to work out or go to yoga or stretch before bed, making your morning tea, making sure you have time to pray or manifest, whatever the case may be. When you invest in yourself every single day, over time, you naturally reap the rewards. The focus is on consistency. If we are constantly nurturing ourselves, then we're preventing things from piling up, such as anxiety or feelings of burnout. And the third tip to make self-care easily accessible is make self-care easily accessible. Prepare and think ahead. If there are specific activities that you like to do that make you feel really good and taken care of, make sure you're scheduling those things ahead of time. Look at your schedule, look at your daily routine, and create space where you can to take care of yourself. Whether that means every Tuesday at 9 a.m. you go to a yoga class, or once a month you have a scheduled massage, you get a pedicure every 2 weeks, whatever it looks like for you. Commit to caring for you. When we schedule things in advance, it's one less thing to think about and one less thing to worry about. Another way to accomplish this is by stocking up on the things that you need in order to do self-care. If you like journaling, make sure you have journals and pens at your disposal. If you like reading, have all of your favorite books. If you like doing those everything showers or a self-care night, make sure you have face masks or body scrubs, exfoliating gloves, whatever you need. Make sure it's easily accessible, because on those days where you really need to unwind or to take care of yourself, The last thing you want to do is have to go and search for the things that you need or have to go and schedule an appointment. You're more likely to skip out on self-care if it becomes a task and a hassle to do it. But when we have those standing appointments or the tools that we need readily accessible, then it makes it easier to make self-care a part of our daily routine. Stop putting yourself on the bottom of your to-do list. When we prioritize taking care of ourselves in whatever way we can, as consistently as we can, we naturally transform our relationship with ourselves, because when we nurture the relationship we have with ourselves, we naturally build more confidence. And a part of that process is finding peace in solitude. Believe that you're worth the investment, because you are. Until you start prioritizing yourself, you will never feel like the main character of your life. If you made it here to the end of the video, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, be sure to comment them below and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Bye.